Hello my brothers and sisters from hell, it is me the Satanic from hell and welcome to a Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain review. This is initially supposed to be a review that I wrote on Steam, but sadly it's too long, so I'm forced to make this into a video recording. First of all, I would like to start with the fact that this is my first review ever. Well, technically not on this channel. I did make a review in the past, but it was shit, so this is more of an actual review that I actually care about. So I don't write scripts or talking points, I just speak from the top of my head, and this is my personal opinion of the game. I will probably be unhappy with how this review turned out, but we all gotta start somewhere. Also, well, this is not a very important point. I wrote that my English and spelling will be bad, but since this is a video review, you won't be really actually able to see that, so there you go. And this will also contain spoilers to previous Metal Gear games, including the one I'm currently reviewing. So, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is the last game Kojima made while still employed at Konami. It is very different from previous games in the series in many ways, but there are some similarities. Some of them are the cardboard box, which is in the Phantom Pain, but it's different than before. The story takes place after the events of Ground Zero, which honestly should have just been part of the Phantom Pain and not a $30 separate piece of shit. Anyway, and that story takes place after Metal Gear Peace Walker, which was for the PlayStation Portable. So after Ground Zero, you find yourself awakening in a hospital, and after a few scenes, a woman and a task force is sent to kill you. The woman is set on fire and is seen falling out of the hospital window. The task force is dispatched by you, but mostly by a man of fire, later to be identified as Volgan from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. He is controlled by the third child, who is basically Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear Solid 1, the one from the Shadow Moses incident. During the first sequence of this hospital, which is a mini tutorial, you are forced to slowly and painfully crawl on the ground, and you will later need to relive this for the true ending of the game, and furthermore if you want to get all tasks and an S rank on it. After escaping the ambulance, it crashes, you awaken and you see that your friend is gone. You are rescued by Revolver Ocelot, and you set your way to Afghanistan to save Kazuhira Miller. This is where the game teaches you a few more things and sets you into the open world of Afghanistan. It's important to note that the Afghanistan map has many mountains and you will most likely be restricted to road. So not really open world, but you know. After securing Miller, you are attacked by a unit known as the Skulls, a special type of monstrosity that is made possible by vocal cord parasites. You then escape with Miller and you begin rebuilding the base you lost from Peace Walker, only this time it's better and stronger. Said base can be upgraded, but I'll get to that later. So after all this is established, you are set to take revenge on Cypher and Skullface. Skullface does manage to catch you off guard on multiple occasions, but instead of finishing the job himself, he leaves you to his men or any other accomplices that he has to do it for him, which they fail to do every time. You eventually come across a sniper duel against the sniper Quiet, who later turns out to be the same woman from the hospital that got burned and fell off the window. After the duel, you are faced with a choice to kill her or to let her live. If you choose the latter, you will eventually be able to take her on missions with you. You then get a mission to rescue a scientist known as Dr. Huey Emmerich, who turns out to be a traitor, but we'll get to that later. After rescuing him, you are attacked by the Metal Gear Sahelanthropus, and after escaping it, you shoot it down with the helicopter's machine gun. It is seen exploding and impacting its back on a mountain. Though later, you will fight him again, so no, it's not over. After rescuing the doctor, you are sent to Africa, the second map of the game. Africa is a lot more flat and you can run in the countryside with little problem, so freedom-wise it is very open world. After some missions in Africa, your base is struck with the vocal cord parasite virus that attacks those who speak the Kikongo language. Then you are sent to rescue a man named Code Talker, who has an answer to this epidemic. After that, another mutation occurs, and you are forced to kill your own men who are infected. Eventually, you interrogate Emmerich, and he tells you where the Metal Gear is. After reaching Skullface, he takes you on the most awkward game moment in history. You are both facing each other in a jeep ride to the location of the Metal Gear, and the song The Sins of a Father plays, and honestly, it feels like the biggest anime moment ever. After the destination is reached, a few more lines of dialogue are spoken, and the Man of Fire dies. The Metal Gear and Psycho Mantis betray Skullface, which makes him utter the most iconic line ever.
Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who?
You are then engaged in a boss fight against Metal Gear Sahelanthropus. Sadly, unlike in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, you can't your way out of the fight, even if you do use the Raiden outfit. After killing the Metal Gear, Skullface is found crushed under a giant electrical pole. Snake shoots his arm and leg off to take revenge for Miller. Skullface is begging to be killed, but they leave him to rot. That moment is short-lived, however, as the doctor kills him.
I did it! Revenge!
And honestly, it ruins a badass moment. The Metal Gear is taken to Mother Base to be used as a trophy of war. Later, the Doctor is exiled and the robot is taken away by Eli, a child version of Liquid Snake, and is never to be seen again. After this point, there are filler missions, which are remakes of previous missions but with a twist, like the mission will be on extreme difficulty. Total stealth, if you get detected, the mission is over. Going in naked with nothing but your knife in your arm. So all weapons will need to be gathered on site. There are two endings, one where Quiet leaves you, though you can get her back if you replay her original fight 7 times. Yes, that's the way you get her back. And the other ending which makes you replay the hospital scene, but with extra cutscenes. In one of them it is revealed that you are not actually the big boss. You are just a body double, a clone, though both the real boss and the fake one are evil, because in the beginning of Ground Zero, you raid a base just to make sure somebody doesn't spill the information about the nuke you have created, and your base informs you that they have destroyed all files and traces of the nuke and they are expecting the nuclear UN inspection. So honestly, if your agenda resembles one of a warlord who is hiding from the government, you have definitely went on the dark path. So regardless of whatever happens, the big boss is basically evil now. That's basically where the story ends. It is definitely not finished and cut like what happens to Eli. Are we seriously gonna let him get away with a giant robot that has a railgun? Now let's talk about gameplay. You have two approaches to this game. Go stealth or go loud. Both are just as good, but going stealth usually reaps more rewards. Each mission has a ranking system, though the main factor is how fast you finish the mission. So basically S rank, meaning S stands for speed. There are also bonus objectives you can and should complete. They can be completed separately, so it avoids the Assassin's Creed syndrome of doing all tasks in one sitting, which is good. Whichever way you choose, you have a huge arsenal of weapons and tools that will help you with your loud or silent approach. You have everything from handguns to RPGs and everything in between: SMGs, assault rifles, snipers, LMGs, AMRs, grenade launchers, mines, bombs, you name it. How about bodies and vehicles? We got them too. A horse, a dog, a walker, a sniper, tanks, jeeps, APCs, trucks. Said weapons can be customized, by the way. However, you will probably go for the silent approach of rubber bullets and a tranquilizer, and once you get the enemy down, you'll probably extract him. See, to develop weapons and equipment, you need different levels of staff on your base. The best way to get the best soldiers is to A, do the PF point exchange, or B, do the event point exchange. To further up your levels, you can build extra FOBs that will raise the capacity of your troops. You get one for free, and then you can buy more with Mother Base coins, which are shortened to MB coins. You get them for free every Sunday, Saturday, and Wednesday. Or you can get your wallet out and straight up buy them. There are also server-side and client-side gear. Client-side gear is painted in blue in the development window and may take several real-life hours to complete, and it only progresses while you play the game. Server-side gear is painted gold or yellow and can take days or weeks to develop, but do continue developing if you are not playing the game. Said server-side gear can be sped up by using Mother Base coins. Said FOBs have a mode you can invade players' bases. It is used to capture high-ranking staff members and resource theft. Note, if you get detected, the enemy player can invade your base to up to a month. But if you do total stealth, no one will know. Also, if you're invading a player who is currently playing the game, he will be able to go to that FOB and defend it, striking a PvP battle. PF grade is another thing you can sign up for daily for the league, and it automatically compares values to determine the winner. And every week, if you are in the top 3, your PF grade goes up. The lowest grade is an E, and the highest one is a AAA+. Metal Gear Solid is another multiplayer feature, but I have not tried it yet, so I have nothing to say about it. Now let's talk more about gameplay. If you zoom in on an enemy with your binoculars or a weapon's target sight, you can mark them and you will gain extra vision no matter where they are. Reflex mode is another function that makes it so that time slows down when you are detected, giving you a chance to quickly silence whoever saw you. This can be disabled in the options. In general, the game is very fun. It's definitely nothing like the old Metal Gear. It's definitely nothing like the old Metal Gear games. It's new and different, but I like it a lot. I only ever played the original Metal Gear Solid 1, the one with Operation Shadow Moses, and it is very different to that game. In that game, you will always try the silent approach. In this one, stealth is more or less out the window. So, is it a good game? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I bought the definitive edition of the game, and I more than got my money's worth out of it. So that would be all for this review. Sorry if it was shitty or short or anything like that. I am very passionate about this game and I really just want to get this review out there. So there you go. Thanks for watching.